just for some extra flavor as well there, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
With the night having gone by, um, I think Aurelian would be, since he would be staying up, I think he is wholeheartedly focused on that chess piece that he has,
Mm-hmm.
looking into the eye stalks, as it were, the empty eye sockets, and just holding it close, gripping it in his closed palm. But other than that, yeah, we can go about as normal.
Okay. Upon you guys assembling outside of the Laughing Deer, um, no need for breakfast unless you guys are aiming for that, because I'm sure you guys want to get out as soon as possible. Even the lounge itself down below in the Laughing Deer doesn't seem quite as safe as most inns you guys think you've been at before. But assembling outside, you see the large market square. Still people wandering through the streets, many sisters standing in the shade and shadows around the corner, carrying their curved blades at their sides as they're eyeing people back and forth. And for the most part, this day there's a sereneness of quiet, of course. But to find the Wall of Wonders, it's going to take some sleuthing.
Can I actually ask a question?
Yeah.
Um, Going based on the fact that Aurelian went, he didn't really like in depth read everything, but like the fact that he got all of the different, um, basically the laws of this city.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that is going to be like paradigm thing that we need to worry about while we are traveling, specifically through these cities that we need to be watchful of, that would make us immediate targets?
Most of that would be only if you're interrogated or make mistakes through social interaction, right? There
Gotcha.
is prayer time, which is like something that you're obligated to take part in, though it's not enforced for obvious reasons because, I mean, they can't possibly enforce everyone maintaining prayer time. But what you heard outside was a lot of obedience, a lot of people
Yeah.
doing that. And you know, Aurelian, that as long as you avoid interaction with the believers or the sisters, you should mostly be okay. But it depends on if you guys want to move quickly through the city and openly, or if you guys want to sneak and avoid contact with the sisters. That will determine how fast you make your way through the city and how much time you take up. It's much more difficult to get to where you're going or try to find the people you need to find if you don't talk to anyone and if you avoid interaction. So it just depends on what the choice is for whoever's leading the group through the city. Are you guys going to be marching around to get to where you need to do as quickly as possible, as fast as possible, or are you going to be sneaking it?
Okay. Um, Aurelian is going to Cesar Real. Cesar, you have proven yourself multiple times to be able to get us to where we need to go. You are a skilled tracker. You seem to have a good amount of wits about you as far as navigating. Rael, you apparently have a keen eye of being able to remain unnoticed. If it is at all possible, unless you all think different, I would like to stick to the alleyways. Which, that means, Cesar, I unfortunately will have to rely on you to be able to help try to guide us in a proper direction. Right now, we don't really know where we're going. But at this point, we're either going to have to stick our necks out and talk to random strangers, which will put targets on our backs, or we're going to have to try to figure it out our own selves.
And why would I know where we're going? You say this as if I will have this magical sense of just where to lead us. I have
Never said.
I have just as much clue as any one of you.
Didn't you commune with, like, the nature or something and, like, magically tell us where to go?
To find this settlement, yes.
Yeah,
Never
that's
exactly
magic.
said that you were going to be able to tell us where to go. I am simply hoping that you will be able to help keep us. With the both of you combined, Rayal is good at finding good places to hide. You are good at seeking paths.
Oh, I'm
Doesn't
rather
mean
adept
you
at
have-
hiding as well.
Even better for us, then. With that being the case, I need both of your skills. Can I rely on you to try to get us to where we need to go? It's going to be a complete question mark, and yes, we're going to be running around like wild chickens for a little bit. But as far as things go, it'll also get us a lay of the land. Any information is valuable information at this point. Anybody think otherwise?
Sounds solid. Do you think Labam might know where this Wonder Wall is?
You mean the Wall of Wonders? The shop?
Yes, yes. What did I
Oh.
say?
Yeah, you called it the Wall of Wonders.
Yeah.
Or the Wonder Wall. Jesus Christ.
Who was
It's-
Labam again?
He's the
bartender.
exchange guy.
Oh,
He's
gotcha.
currency exchange guy.
Gotcha.
Well, I was gonna say we could also ask the bartender that from the bar we were just at. I don't remember his name.
Bill.
I'll look through my notes. Hang on.
Sweet.
Valorant.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Similar
Valorant
to
Labam.
another character.
Nope. No relation.
Distant cousin? Question mark.
Listen, our
Yep.
allies are far and few between. I think our best bet might be Labam. Who knows how this bartender might take these questionings?
With that being the case, though, do you remember how skittish he was around us? He already has to be extremely careful with what kind of information he is able to give out. And that place is meant for nothing but exchange. Information, while he is on shift, is going to be that much more of a difficult commodity for him to be able to divulge. I actually agree with Czar on this one. I think that the bartender might be a better idea. And it just so happens that Cesar tends to have a positive way with the people here.
I have no idea what you're talking about with that, but if that's what you want, sure.
Shall we?
Lead the way.
So, to move quietly through the city, it is a stealth check for each of you as you guys traverse.
Were we not in the inn with the bartender?
You're outside.
I think we
You're standing
just
outside right now.
stepped out.
But, you
but
can
I
go
think
back
our
in
plan
if
is
you
to go
want
back
to.
in.
Yeah, if you want to go back in, that's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna go back.
I think we're going back in.
Sure. Alright, let's do that really quick.
Alexander's gonna hold the door for everyone. If there's a fucking door, there might not be. There might be a fucking claw.
It's a bumblebee in the way.
You do see Balrand at the counter. He seems to be going through multiple different chests that have different kind of engravings on it, and there's a waft of perfume and stuff that's kind of like coming up around him as he's opening and closing them. and he seems completely like unfazed by it as just a gout of this perfume hits you all as you guys enter the room, and it begins to fill the room with that bluish type smog. Let me see here. I need each of you guys to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
I'm good at these.
Oh boy.
I'm fucking
go.
drunk.
Yep, same.
I should be fine as long as I don't roll bad.
Wisdom.
There we go.
Roll.
I am gonna get
Oh,
fucked.
yep, I'm fucked, bro. Straight
Let's
up fucked.
go. Let's go.
Oh my god, bro.
Right there with you, Alexander. Let's
And
go.
I am.
Wait, did I just roll a history?
You and myself just go sauntering up like nothing's bothering us.
So many of you guys, as you come in, you're fine. You get hit by it, but Aurelian and Alexander, upon getting hit by this scent, smells deliciously of pepper and vanilla, and it overtakes you. You begin feeling yourself lightheaded at the feeling of it, and you feel this dryness in your throat, like a thirst that you've never felt before. And once the scent leaves your nostril, you feel weakened and dazed inside. And like once you start to pick up the smell again, as it wafts through the air again, suddenly the lightheadedness, all that feeling goes away, and you feel euphoric again, and it keeps leaving and coming back. But your senses now are all awash with this. You desire it. You need it. You want it. And more so than you've felt you've wanted something before in a long time, but the scent is just too intoxicating to ignore.
This guy's cheating.
Or whatever that is, I'll take one. I need it.
He looks up and sees you come in. Oh, good to see you again this morning. Yes, of course. We do give out the first sample free, but it seems you've already been feeling the effects. And he just kind of pours out from what bottle's a little stopper with a glass top, and he just pops it into a glass. And then he goes to the next one, grabs a glass, and starts pouring that. And you see he's got these little shot glasses kind of like lined up everywhere. Aurelian, what about you? Yeah, you're muted right now, I think.
Oh, I said I'm with him.
Okay, so he pours these two little thin cylinder-like shot glass, and he just like slides them out towards you guys. And you see he still has like a whole bottle of it right here. Do you guys drink it?
I push Aurelian out of the way and drink both.
Oh. Now, the rest
You
of
said I needed it.
Yep. Rest of you guys,
No.
you see your two
No.
companions acting this way, and as he goes to drink it, you start to feel the effects again, and suddenly you feel yourself just completely warm from the inside, from your neck all the way around, and you feel this syrupy-like texture going down your throat like soft honey, and you feel joyful, you feel happy. The first time you've ever felt really, really happy since you've been here, Alexander. Like all your problems, just watch, wait a minute, why do I need to go to the Wall of Wonders? What is that? I'm fine right here, man. I'm totally chillaxed. Like, you feel completely satiated, and no desires are welling up inside you, except for more. And Aurelian, you start to feel the pangs as Belrin quickly pours another and slides it towards you and hands it to you directly. But taking it in, you feel the effects go down like soft warm drink and liqueur as it goes and pools in your chest, and you feel a light, just like completely in ecstasy. The rest of you guys are completely fine. You don't seem to be. You just see these two companions acting so compulsively at grabbing this drink, but you guys don't see what the big deal is from first walking in here. I need you guys each to give me another wisdom saving throw.
Okay, well,
Us or them?
Yep.
hey, really, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
This is
Is that
for
another
us or
wisdom
them?
save?
Both of you. Just you two.
Oh, just us two. Okay. A 15 for me. Okay, nice.
Okay, upon your second dose, the effects don't seem as strong on you as they once were a second ago. And you feel yourself being able to put the glass down and not feeling the ill effects, though you're still feeling this dryness in your throat now and a little bit of this lightheadedness that remains, but ultimately you can stop yourself. You regain your composure and you start to think rationally again. Both of you.
That didn't feel very good. I have a sense of feeling of hangover.
It was definitely a strange one, that's for sure.
Best
What did we come here for again?
careful with essence of joy. It is our best selling, but as you've seen by the miscreants who lay about outside, it can have undesirable side effects. And you see he seems to be alluding to the reptilian type things that attacked you outside when you first came to the city.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what they were after.
Well, I definitely don't want any more.
Of course not, but should you ever desire it again, we have it.
I know where to come.
What was it you were here for?
Alexander turns around and goes, I don't remember.
Aurelian is trying to search back. And I think he, what is it? He kind of stands up from the stool. Right. Our friend here had a question for you. And I'm gesturing at Czar.
Yes, as you know, we are traveling merchants, but we also enjoy seeing rather interesting sights, and we've heard that the Wall of Wonders is definitely a sight to behold. Could you point us in the direction of it?
Mall of Wonders, eh? That's a bad part of town. But, if I may ask, what is it you seek there?
Like I said, we've just heard that it's a rather interesting place to check out.
Well, I can recommend you far more interesting places. The Grand Temple of Kali, for one, at the center of town. You should go and pray there. Make a tithe.
Well, I'll definitely keep that one in the books, but our trade could possibly do well at the wall.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. Oh, by the way, because the other two of you have drank the perfume, you have advantage on persuasion and charisma related checks for 1 hour.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Get addicted to something? Can smooth talk your way out of shit.
Apparently.
Nice.
So,
Look, Czar got a cigar. We got
What?
drunk.
So,
yeah,
before,
yeah.
because I do know that we have our cards, which can do kind of cool things, I'm going to use mine.
Oh, yeah?
Card?
The...
Oh, that's right. Certain people get effects from that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that.
I will use mine.
How do we check
It's-
that again? Is it?
It's simple cast.
You also
Yeah,
have
it was.
inspiration.
Wait, is it re-rolled with advantage, or does it give me another roll? I can't remember it, and I guess I could pull it up. Achievements.
He who holds the King of Charisma can reroll any persuasion or intimidation check. They must take the highest result. This may be used with the long
Okay.
rest. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's still a 10.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you, and he seems to place both of his hands on the table and leans forward. Tell you what, I'll tell you where the wall is once you bring me back liturgy from the temple. Make a tithe offering, get a prayer, and bring it back to me. I also want to hear what they're doing there these days.
I just want to see if he's being truthful. Yeah, I probably won't know off that.
Let me do my roll in the background.
I didn't even think about insight. Yeah. Because he asked us to do something for him, right?
He's
Okay, good.
yeah, basically kind of like, well, I'll tell you if you go and make an offering at the temple and also get a prayer for me, that kind of thing, right? So he is offering
Okay.
the information, but at a cost. He seems unfazed by like you peering at him to try to see if he's telling the truth or not. He's just looking at you with the same wrought smile on his face, like he's gonna get something out of this, right?
Listen, I'll be honest. I'm not much of. I don't like to do open prayer. Let's just say it that way. How about the Jade Mudra for the information?
So let me see here. I'm gonna roll a percentile and see if this works on him or not, because he's a pretty devout guy, and attempted bribery, while you're speaking his language, it might go awry. Give me high or low.
Fuck. We'll take the. You know what? We'll take the low.
All right, it works. So you go ahead and you slip him a Jade Mudra, and as he sits there tapping his finger on it, like he doesn't know if he's going to take it or not, he just kind of smiles at you. I have to say, I do like you. And he kind of like slips it into his pocket, into his robe a little bit. All right, well, the Wall of Wonders, you have to head to the east part of town, past the jail, somewhat by the docks. If you can make your way through the back alleyways, it gets a little bit light back there, but you might run into trouble. Knives and thriver scum seem to perpetrate all passerby there, so you won't see many purple robes that way. But should you happen to come across a knife scum, bring me their ears and I'll pay you a mudra for each.
We'll keep that in mind. Though, I don't know what you expect much of a couple merchants.
I pride myself in detecting certain things about some people. There's the one thing I know about you. You want someone dead.
those whips.
He's gonna look kind of puzzled because I don't. Technically speaking, I don't think there is anyone he actually wants dead right now. And if he, that's a listen. That's a weird. All right, no, I'm just he's very confused by that. Not confused, but he's very lost looking. So.
I have to pee.
Okay.
I really did.
All right. Well. Thank you for your time. We will see you again soon.
Of course. See you tonight.
Oh yeah. By the way, just so you know, Alexander, we get like a week's worth of boarding here for our will be paid. So
Nice.
this is basically where we're staying while we're in the city.
Dope. I just want to say I realized that I have cards at my advantage. Holy fucking shit.
Yep. So you can keep.
I didn't realize I had fucking 4.
Yeah, you drew those cards, so you can pass those out to people if you want for them to use for their effects, or you can hoard them all yourself. But that's up to you.
Okay. Cool.
We have I can't remember. Don't we all have like our own individual mudras, or is it just like piled up? Okay.
We added them to each of your inventory. So if you go to your character sheet,
Did you subtract one from me?
I did not subtract one from you yet because I assumed you were going to.
Wow.
So Caliban, right now you have 13.
Got it.
Okay, there they are.
Yeah,
Sweet.
They're all the way at the bottom. And I believe Alexander.
So I should have -2, right? Because I paid the 2.
Yeah. So.
I should be at 13.
13. I didn't subtract it from you yet. Yeah.
You already did that though, right?
I did not. So.
Okay, I will do that real quick then.
Okay. All right. Is everybody?
Out of curiosity, one other quick question while we're waiting on Pat, anyways. Just because the corpse flower vines in the inventory, right? It says 200 gold. Is that 200 each, or is it just 200?
I believe it's the total amount of whatever the stack is. So if you have.
Oh, I guess I only have one. That's my fault. Oh no, it says sorry. You put X4, but there's only one quantity. So yes, I would assume with that being the case, yeah, it's 200.
So whatever,
that makes sense. Okay.
if it's times 4, then that is quantity of 1 for the weight and everything there, which then also translates into the cost is technically 200 for those times 4. Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah, the more I looked at it, the more I realized that I asked a stupid question that I could have answered myself.
But you've definitely got some spoils that could be turned into monies if you needed it.
Money.
All right.
Money.
Well, I'm assuming everybody's done talking with Bale Ren and doesn't need to talk to him, so we'll move things back outside.
I don't want to.
Listen, boys, hint of advice: don't sit on your wallet. It fucking hurts.
It does.
My ass was.
Well, now it just really comes to: do you guys take the alleyways, or do you guys kind of walk a little bit openly? And then from that, I'll make some rolls. And if you guys are going to be sneaking through the back alleyways, it'll be a stealth check for each of you. But if somebody fails, then I got to roll a random encounter. So if you guys go out in the open, you'll make it through faster. But then I'll roll to see if you guys get noticed or not, right? And so on and so forth. So both ways have their own general risks.
Seems like a lot of rolling.
Yep.
It's supposed to be D&D or something.
Keep rolling.
Alleyway, because I want to follow what Aurelian told us to do.
Yeah, I mean, Cesar is kind of he's like whatever, like either way works. I guess he's confident in his abilities, but if people want to do the alleyway, he's more than happy to go the alleyway, as he definitely has a lot of ways to blend in.
We did say Aurelian did say alleyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I was making sure I wasn't going insane.
No, you're good. And I do think, as far as right now, like the Aurelian is also kind of like he's been able to notice, like you said, Dan. You've been able to notice a couple different things that your party has that sets them apart from others, and he definitely noticed that Rayal was with them at one point and then just randomly disappeared and was inside the what is it,
House
the
of weight
currency
measures.
exchange of weights. Yeah. And what is it? He knows that Czar is he's been able to guide them successfully to where they need to go so far. And
Though he did mention
everybody
that
has
was
their own
because of
perks,
his
so.
connection to nature. You guys are in the
Yep,
city now,
and that's fine.
Okay.
And that's fine.
Okay.
Even with that being the case, Aurelian is trying to, I think in general, he's trying to further gain insight on some of his party mates. And if he finds out that Cesar is not as good in the city streets, then this is something that he can learn from him. So.
Gotcha. Well, then for now, we will need stealth checks from each of you. And if one of you wants to path without trace, that could also help like it did last time. So.
I'll go ahead and cast it.
No.
Assuming
I
you-
forgot you can actually do that.
Yeah.
How can you do that?
Pretty sure that's a monk thing, right?
Shadow Monk.
He gets spells.
Oh,
He gets
Shadow Monk.
spells. Well, and that's just on him, right?
No, it's
No, that's on everybody.
Path without trace creates an aura that basically allows people within 30 feet to have a +10 on their stealth checks. So
Sick. Well, I'm gonna combo with that. I'm gonna cast a spell called Camouflage.
oh,
What the fuck?
Jeez. Oh boy.
What is that? What does it do? Enlighten me.
It
I
literally
can't-
turns
I
him into a
can't
chameleon.
Cast it, so I'm just going to mark down one spell slot if I can figure out how to do that. But it won't let me cast that one.
Really quick, what was
Probably a target on you.
yeah, it's.
I can cast other spells.
You can't cast it because you don't have a token to target yet. Just at the
Okay.
moment. But.
Oh, remind me to mark it off, and I'll mark it off later.
Hey, mark it off later.
I have a +20 to my stuff.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, if you right click, you can also display in chat, so people can see like right there. Upon finishing the spell, your skin and clothing change color, warping tint and hue to match your surroundings for the duration of the spell. Your coloration changes instantly to match the background of any new environment you enter with no effort on your part. This grants you a +10 bonus to stealth check. So technically, you have a
So I have a
+20.
38.
You have a +20.
Yeah, I have a 38.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 38 too? So did I.
I'm basically invisible.
Can I be invisible with Cesar? We're both just like.
You definitely have an easy way to stay hidden, but you're not invisible.
Uh huh.
You don't have complete and total cover at all times.
Oof.
That's with
Yeah.
+10, right, Calvin?
Yeah.
Yuck.
So that's with the +10. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to use inspiration?
Wait, so what's your stealth check normally? What's your modifier?
13.
Okay, so that is not with the +10. He has 24 with the +10.
Yeah, that's right. So you got a 24, which even at your worst, you can still pass the check, right? It's not an automatic fail for getting in that one. So you're not even really trying, is the thing right now, Caliban. You're not really even, you're trying, but you're not really trying. And even with that, the effects of the dimness going on right now from Rail pulling in the shadows all around from the alleyways, making them darker. It creates that effect of, where the bright sun, kind of like when you stand in it, all the shadows seem to sink and become more black because of the way your perception deals with it. That's what's kind of happening right now, where you all seem to pretty much vanish within the harsh sunlight as you stick to the shadows and move through each. And you guys really didn't need to have too high of a roll, but with your rolls all now, those +10, you guys easily succeed the check to navigate through the streets, and I don't have to roll. So, as you guys make your way to the Wall of Wonders, there we go. You go through narrow streets, back alleyways, and the sound of the crowd becomes more and more quiet. Dogs at first bark when they see you, but then skitter away as the cold shadow that looms across each of you seems to drift through the quiet alleyways. Seemingly in the shade of the city, the Wall of Wonders sits in a small, derelict part of town. There is glass windows out front with a suit of armor you can see, an interior with a small reading chair, many pots scattered around, suits of armor and weapons, all seemingly in this dark, dank lit shop, despite the fact that the sun pokes on through the dirty, half-cleaned glass. I'm going to go and place you guys all here, and then I'm going to change the map. Who's in front of the group?
Probably camouflage man.
If Aurelian's
Who's
saying that I
taking
should
point?
lead, he'll probably. I mean, Cesar probably be taking point at that point.
Alright.
Guess who's right behind him? Alexander.
Fleck of dust, because we can't see you.
Truly, I can see him.
I just look like my surroundings. I literally I'm like a chameleon. I just blend into everything.
Yep.
He's literally transformed himself into a chameleon. Congratulations, you are now walking. Karma, Zazar, ha ha.
Har.
So as you
Comes
guys
and
come
goes.
to the door, you see the dust, even on the outside of the building, somewhat peeling paint and erosion at the top. There is a... Let me go into the details about the sign. Go up here.
I forgot to do this.
Okay.
All right, Taylor, your turn. You gotta get on camera, buddy.
Oh, hi!
You guys stand outside now, being able to see, for those of you who are standing next to the windows out here can see somewhat into the shop. You see individuals in the dark and the shadow wearing hoods, standing behind the counter of this place. No inside lights or lamps are lit, as it seemingly looks closed from the outside, though there is no sign that turns that states whether it's open or not. It seems to have been broken off halfway, and many of the topward windows at the second floor of the building are all boarded up. And it's kind of this small nestled shop in between these larger sandstone buildings that kind of stretch left and right through the streets. What do you do?
So, wait, actually, as a general question, because I don't know yet,
Mm-hmm.
Rayal, did you tell anybody that you interacted with this guy after we all had gone upstairs before you?
Good question.
I did not.
Okay, cool. So, I do not know that you have actually a little good or a little bit of a positive relationship with him. But I do know that Czar at least was able to open up a conversation with him. I am going to, as far as the current situation, Aurelian is definitely going to address Czar with a hesitancy. I already don't have a good reputation with this guy. You go ahead and do the talking. I'll trust you this time. And as far as the other guys in the room, Aurelian is going to turn to Alexander. We don't know anything about where we are, or where we are. Keep your eyes about you. Same thing with you, Rael. If something looks like it should be a problem, don't be afraid to speak.
Got it.
Feel free to enter with your characters whenever you like.
Alright, yeah, Cesar will, step
we do
inward.
have a screen now. Nice.
Caliban follows Aurelian closely.
Despite the
Close.
dusty appearance, you see a large, muscular man with kind of leather garb and a studded jerkin sitting there with a knife that he seems to be just kind of like carving into the wood table. And you see what's in the glass, many different weapons and pieces, shields, raiments, some of them glittering and looking fresh, new, like there's not a speck of dirt or anything on them. Many of the merchandise in the room seems to sparkle or glitter with care, and you felt the faint smell of sulfur and something burning kind of in the room, but mostly seems to be coming from the back behind them, as there's little wisps of smoke still curling in the air. And the individuals behind the counter just seem to kind of acknowledge you as you come in.
There now. What do you need? Which of you's here to buy something, eh?
Cesar will, which one was saying that?
That would be the large man right over here.
Gotcha.
Let me see if I can get on the right layer so I can ping. But
As he approaches as well, Aurelian is going to make his way over to the glass case that's displaying everything, and he's going to actually just admire the work. It's been a long time since he's been able to see weapons that look like they have actually had a very good craftsmanship done to them. So he is kind of just admiring.
What was the guy's name again that we're meeting?
So Corla
So bad.
Dang or Dange as he put it, but I kind of
Sorry.
put it as Corla Dange, but Dange sounds better.
Corla Dange, right?
Yeah.
All right, he'll approach the guy, and he'll just, he's just gonna be up front. He's just gonna. Listen, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Corla Dange told us to meet him here.
Immediately he stops what he's doing, carving on the table, and the other guy who's leaning over here in the back behind the glass kind of stands up really quick from leaning where he's at, draws his blade, and the other guy looks at you really quick.
Who are you?
My name is Zar.
Never heard that name. You new in town, Zar?
You could say that, yes.
And you see just kind of like looking back at the other guy again, kind of calls him, or like kind of like nods his head over. The other guy just kind of goes, starts whistling a tune a little bit as he starts walking over here to the doorway, and you see he's making eye contact with him as he starts to push the door open.
Why don't you all just wait here a moment?
And the guy slips in the back and closes the door.
Have a seat, look around.
Damn,
Can I
my insight
ask
check,
DM?
not on point.
As far as a general question, would I be able to possibly roll like a history check to see if I might be able to recognize any of these weapons, or if I've seen any of these things used before? Maybe just as a total just random happenstance?
Go ahead and give me a history check. History or Arcana.
Wow. Nice.
I would say that, unless you want to use inspiration.
You know what? Honestly, who says that I'll ever be able to do something like that again? So yeah, sure, I'll use inspo for it. Better. Much better.
You get the strong feeling that a lot of these things that you've seen, these weapons, are very familiar from a city or kingdom you've been to in the past, but you can't really recall. But you begin looking at some of these weapons and picking up like, oh, this dagger and short sword over here seems extremely familiar. The great sword, it seems almost like paladin sword of some that you've seen or noticed before, but you can't remember where. Like, you have the strong feeling that, yes, I know what these things are, but I don't remember where I've seen them before.
Okay.
Upon you guys all standing there, there's two other members dressed in leather who suddenly appear from the alleyway outside, and they begin throwing up flags and curtains and stuff over the windows out here, sealing the view from the outside to the streets.
Oh shit.
You hear something being heavy being moved and barricading the entrance to the building, as it seems to be something they're dragging up the steps into the place, seems to be blocking it, and you start to hear the sound of chanting on the other side as they seem to be doing something to the door. The man at the counter seems unfazed as he sits there kind of picking at a gem that he had in his hand while looking and eyeing each of you and watching as you carouse through the many belongings in the room. Do any of you guys say anything to each other, or how long do you guys wait?
No, Cesar's just gonna stand at this counter, like, same kind of thing, just look unfazed and just kind of staring at the guy, just waiting.
Caliban's gonna... Oh, go ahead.
You're good. You do you.
Caliban's gonna pop up between Rael and Alexander and just kind of whisper,
fellas, seems to be a commotion outside.
and he's just gonna like hop over to Aurelian as chalantly as possible. I'm sure he looks weird, just like running around the place. It's like,
Aurelian, seems to be some commotion outside.
Indeed. Don't let it phase you yet, friend. Again.
Approximately about 3 minutes after all that was going on at the front, the door opens. Out stepping forth with the man before, you see a creature that is unlike many that you've seen before. Yellow skin with brown spots on his face, whited out eyes, and small upturned nose as he steps on through. And immediately upon entering into this place, you see he starts looking at each of you, nodding one by one. But as he gets over to Alexander, you hear inside of your thoughts telekinetic utterance.
Oh, pleased to have a kindred scientist among us.
Oh, let's go!
Do I get the sense that I can reply?
Oh yes, it's a very strange feeling. To a scientist, it's the same as if you've had your hand out above your head the entire life, and then suddenly somebody does this and interlocks their fingers, you know, with the sense at the forefront of your head, right? It's a very odd sensation, like somebody just connected to you.
I didn't think anyone else had these kind of powers.
Oh, there is is much about the world that you will learn, especially in Sri Raji.
I'm sure I'm pretty lost. This place is foreign to us.
Your friends are safe here, but we must retreat from the view of other prying minds. Know that you and I are not the only of our kind. Even the Maharaja can brag this power we share.
Unfortunate. Okay.
I don't like that.
Alexander will kind of like look to everyone and like kind of like give him like a hey, and like we'll nod to like, let's go.
You see,
Everything's fine.
They lift the door in front here that bears to the back, and he kind of invites each of you standing aside. You each hear in your mind as he speaks to you, with only glances at each of the other individuals, but each of you guys hear simultaneously in the mind,
Welcome, friends of Korla. Quickly to the back room. We have much to discuss about your being here.
Aurelian will follow without a second thought.
okay?
Yo. Cesar is ready.
Very nice.
With that being the case as well, Aurelian's going to come up behind Czar as they're walking, and he's going to put a hand on his shoulder. He's going to say, "Well done."
The large man just kind of stares at each of you as you guys all go past, and then he slams shut the little walkway of part of the table that flips up, and then you just hear him going, like doing some kind of a whistle towards the two front doors, and nothing else happens that you can know after that, but he seems to be signaling something to the individuals outside the building. The man who wears the hood steps aside and does not go with the yellow-skinned man who walked in. But as you guys move to the back, get you guys all in order here.
Are you all right, Caliban? You seem extremely nervous.
Just restless legs.
Relax, my friend. We've all got your back. There's nothing to be afraid of here.
You guys find yourselves in the back room where there's bubbling going on in a small pot. The fragrance of different herbs and roots seems to be out. Many books, a library of concoctions is draped around, along with old heirlooms, artifacts, vintage wines. Just a small, very contained bricks and stone room that seems to be made pretty much for 2 to 3 people. There's a back room that opens up into 2 beds, and there's a ladder that goes up, kind of seemingly to some kind of small opening in the ceiling. But as the yellow-skinned man enters in and turns to face each of you, he just kind of like offers you all to take seats at the many different stools and small riffraff around. There are some books and some chairs and stuff that need to be moved, but he simply stands and he just kind of starts to sit back inside of a stool by the table where the bubbling cauldron is.
Alexander will gladly.
No,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, it's okay.
I sense that you all have many questions. Please speak openly while you're here. This place is protected from outside interference. Korla is not here, I'm afraid, but he will be along shortly.
Can I insight this man?
What are you inciting?
I am trying to view as far as his presence, like how trustworthy of an outward presence is he giving? Is it off-putting? Is it something that Aurelian needs to remain cautious about? Is it something that he can actually divulge, like whether they are outsiders or not?
Go ahead and give me insight check.
It's not gonna be great, but hey, I'll take it.
Bucky.
You can tell
A natural 20.
from just from just looking at this man, he seems impossible to read. He's completely stoic, no expression on his face. He seems under control, and his eyes. Normally, you can tell because the way people shift their eyes or react. His eyes seem like glassy, misty, distant orbs, almost as if blind. Like you don't see irises or anything to them. He seems completely passive and in control. You don't hear a nervous heartbeat coming from him. There's no twitching on his face. He looks like a statue among men. But his appearance, if anything, is the most off-putting to you. For those of you who have not seen a Githzerai, he's very alienoid looking, right? So it just depends if you have seen one of these creatures before. Being all level 13, there's a very good chance that you've run across a Gith before. Creatures that are known to come from the astral plane, who were once enslaved by mind flayers. Many of their race was separated to one side, who pursued the many illithids, their enslavers, and then the other side, which chose peace and enlightenment over a militant army under the Lich Queen Vlaakith. Those were known as Githzerai, who sought self-enlightenment and lived their life as psionic and astral monks. So for this, we're just going to forgo any check with that. I'm just going to kind of even us out on the playing field there. As he looks towards each of you.
I can sense you are all muddled, confused. A piece of you is missing for each of you. Thoughts and words you wish to recall.
Oh, he's good.
I myself had this affliction when I arrived in Sri Raji. An outsider, like you all. Through study and enlightenment, I was able to better myself and learn how to suppress the effects that are now enchanting you all.
Do tell.
It's very... feels stifled here. I don't really know which way is up. It's infuriating to not know the poison that these people speak about. Of this Maharaja.
Yes.
Like a plague.
It is stifling. You are all together here, but you are not all together whole. The effect upon you is his doing. It is his mistress's doing. The mistress, Shar, the goddess of memories, forgetfulness, and secrecy. She has all bewitched you to ensure you remain easy prey for her ever-vigilant servant.
I should have known.
She has stolen your memories as he has stolen your lives. But it is not beyond curing. I myself have discovered the secret and aided others that have sought me out.
Do you think it'd be able to help us out?
I can. But the process is dangerous. You will have to face all of your memories simultaneously. It could kill you.
Interesting. I will say that's not the first thing that's tried to kill us here, so...
It may be...
Is this something can happen immediately?
I will have to combine my powers with your mind. The assault on Shar's curse will potentially damage it somewhat. But if your will is strong, you will survive.
Interesting.
I have to manually dig through all the trappings and layers of the weave that Shar has used to place over your memories. It's very much like peeling back a layer of silk one at a time. But Shar will fight me. In doing so, you may suffer damage.
And there's no way to peel back, let's say there's 10 layers, you can only peel back a couple layers at a time.
I can peel back layer by layer, yes. But if I attempt this more than once, there is a very high likelihood that you will die or suffer permanent damage. It is already dangerous to do it once, for myself and yours.
Understandable.
Risks under you.
With my mind being connected to yours, Shar will see me, and she will attack. The resistance of a goddess is most unpleasant.
And when we're under this effect of, facing our memories, can we interact with you to help keep her back?
You will still be able to hear me, my voice, and I to you. What you will see, I do not know. You will be confronted with everything that led up to this point.
But nothing with my sonic abilities could aid you in it anyway.
I expect you to be extremely resilient in that regard, but aside from that, it is fighting the goddess. That
Sure.
is the uncertain.
Is there a way that we can do this with a higher chance of success?
Gain more will.
There is one way, but I do not recommend it. Drugs. Essence of joy will help you.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Aurelian and... sorry. This is Aurelian. Aurelian and I. My name's Alexander. You probably already know that, but still. We partaked in Essence of Joy today. Unfortunately.
I can hear it in your throat.
Yeah. So honestly, our wills might not be as strong as they should be.
I have gained a resistance to the drug over time, but it was by accident I discovered the ability to remove this curse from Shar by ingesting this mixture. Whoever created it, I am not sure. And yes, I'm sorry. My name is Panda Dange.
Nice to meet you, Panda.
Is that Ponda?
Panda, like panda.
Cool.
If your will is strong and you wish the attempt, I can try and bring back any one of your memories, but I cannot promise I'll have the strength to do you all today. It is quite taxing.
Oh, I see. For some odd reason, I was thinking it was all five of us were gonna face all five of our memories all at once. Okay, I understand. I apologize.
No, it is a deeply personal
Sure.
connection between myself and the willing.
Well, and Alexander looks towards the group. I'm not gonna tell anyone to do it or not to do it, but you know how my thoughts on it. I'm not entirely sure memories back is gonna help us all too much, so I can go last.
Rest assured, I can promise you, this is the only way. Outside of the Maharaja willingly lifting this curse from you.
I'd do anything to not have it be any interaction with him.
Well, any pleasant interaction, that's for sure.
We've already seen what the man who walks about your streets will regale it. We've seen past his guise. I vote that Tsar should get his back first.
I can get behind that.
Dangerous words.
I'm sorry.
I think it would be
Which of
most
you is
wise.
Czar?
He'll step forward.
An Offslander, I see.
Go ahead, Caliban. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, it's fine. I think if anyone has the best chance, Alexander should go first. With his mental fortitude and all.
Should be either one of them.
However,
Both
I am
are
not opposed.
surmountable.
I am not opposed for anyone else to give it a try.
I will say if I need to be a dummy to see how it feels and what kind of repercussions it could cause, I can do that for everyone. I just meant since I didn't care to get them back as much as everyone else, I wanted to make sure that they had their shot first.
You might
said
be
his
able
name
to
was
assist
Panda
me.
what?
Panda Dange.
Dange. Thank you.
Same
Oh.
as Corla, his last name.
Gotcha.
You were saying I might be able to help you if I'm not
If you
partaking?
could use your energy to shield his mind as we go through the process, it may lessen whenever we have difficulties. So, transparency. There will be wisdom checks. There will be things you have to experience. And if you go through layers and things get rough, there will be psychic damage, a lot of psychic damage, as we go over hurdles and traps. Skill challenge, per se.
Let's go! That sounds dope!
Alexander, however, can spend one of his psionic energy dice to reduce that damage by half, should it take place.
Bro, so cool!
Whenever
Oh my
you
God!
wish to begin.
Class advantage.
For the record, too, I have guarded mind. with my psionic abilities, and I take half damage. I'm resistant to psychic damage in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So could I reduce and reduce?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
Well,
Okay.
Well,
Let's go.
one at a time. So
Got it.
Yeah, one at a time. One dice at a time. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying that like my guarded mind is no action required. It's like I just am always resistant to psychic
No,
damage.
that you always have. I'm talking about the shielding using your psionic energy dice thing. That's all.
Oh, I can do it. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
I understand now.
What say the rest of you? I've put forward my ideas to who I think deserves it right now. Should the rest of you feel otherwise, now might be your only opportunity.
I mean, I won't argue. I do want my memories back. Things were interesting where I was from when I last remember.
Like I said, I'm not gonna get in your way. But if you want me to be the guinea pig to see what kind of dangers it is, I will do it. No questions asked.
There is a
beneficial to
danger
have.
that if you do take a lot of damage first, by going first there, Alexander, you might be unable to help the others, depending on how rough yours is.
Yep.
Good point. Alexander will mention that because he's not an idiot.
It is better to get somebody taken care of now.
Yeah.
Know that those you travel with, the others in this room, you will be experiencing everything through your mind again firsthand. They will hear what you hear and experience.
Can I have an inside check on Zar if that's gonna upset him or not? If he's visibly and like, it has to be visibly, but if he's visibly upset at the fact that other people, including me, will hear what his memories were partaking, I can roll too if you want me to.
I'll roll.
Mr. Zazar.
I'll tell you based off of.
I just want to see what I get, just because I'm feeling it.
I'll be right back.
What the fuck is it? There it is.
Fucking popcorn kernel stuck in my back tooth. It's driving me insane. I mean, it's not that, because again, he doesn't know what he's remembering, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But you can see that he's not open to the idea of people experiencing his whatever it is. You can kind of see the disdain of the fact that like there will be other people that will like bear witness to everything going on, just from a sense of secrecy.
Well, Alexander will look to you and be like, we need to make a decision. I don't think we should hold it off for too long. You or me? Again, I can help. Apparently I can help. I can try to help while you're in there, if needed.
I mean, so listen, from a character standpoint, my character would definitely want to do it. All right.
Well, then do it.
From a me standpoint, I don't know how this is going to affect things going forward.
I
It's your character.
also think that it could also be extremely valuable to actually have Alexander go first, because even if he makes it, if he makes it through, there are also insurmountable benefits from that, of where the longer that things go on, the higher the risk that Alexander also might not make it too. It's same thing either way, no matter how long we pull it out. But if Alexander does go first, going forward from there, he can help everybody else in the future be able to get theirs done. Whereas for all of us, whenever Alexander's in there, we're kind of powerless. We can't do much to benefit him from what we know of right now. So
Do remember though, also, it's wisdom saves. It's not his strong suit.
Yep.
which it is very much mine.
Yep.
So from a above table standpoint,
Yep.
I'm okay either way. If you want to flip a coin,
I really don't give a shit because my character was his whole point was I don't think memories are going to help us at all. So another reason why I was like, I'll go last. I don't care. So it genuinely is your decision whether you want to go first or if you want me to go to watch me like fail, basically.
The character probably wants Czar to go first. I want Alexander to go first.
Because you're terrified, yeah.
See, and like, listen, and from a character standpoint, I think my character does want to go, but again, from an above table standpoint, I'm just warning you, things will change if he makes it.
That's fine. Isn't that the whole point?
I can see that you are raring to go. I want good luck. Good luck in there. And he'll like.
Do you want to flip a coin?
He'll pat your back and give you bardic inspiration.
Sure. Alright, fuck it. He's giving me the bardic. I'll fucking do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Oh wait, before this, do you want to run a break before we actually run this? Because I really gotta pee.
Yeah, I was going to run one at 7:30 anyway, so we'll do a quick break. We'll come back and say 10 minutes or so.
It's a good note to leave off on, I feel like.
Right.
Dope, BRB.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Last we left off, we have everybody here. We got Caliban here.
Yep.
Okay. Please, if one of you wishes to undergo the journey, step forward.
Alright, yeah, Cesaro, step forward. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Why is it you wish to recall your memories?
Say it one more time.
Why is it you wish to recall your memories?
Well, to be honest with you, things were in a weird place before I left, and I would like to know what happened before I came here. Not to mention, I would also like to know how I got here so I could get home, but... Yes.
That is a reason, but I'm looking for something stronger. Something that, as the tides of your mind break against you, will keep you sane, will keep you rooted where we're at. Remember where you are in this room, who stands around you, why you are here. Don't be overwhelmed with the visions of the past. You will feel like you're experiencing them all over again. Remember that they are visions. Don't lose yourself in that world. Now, what reason, be it a word, a feeling, a purpose, anything, can you root yourself to for wanting these memories?
He's gonna ponder for a moment, and after thinking, think based off of where things I think would have been left off in the story, He'd probably say the word balance.
For balance. Remember that. Alright. Please have a seat. We'll begin. And he's gonna kind of like pull up a stool next to you, and he's gonna start to like cradle his hand over the top of yours and then under where your jaw is, kind of like barely lifting your head. And you're
Alexander will just be ready for anything that he needs me to do to help him. I don't know if I need to do something specific to indicate that I'm helping.
He's trusting you'll know, so.
Got it.
You see as his mind begins to open to you, focusing on you, peeling back the layers that are trapped inside your head. You start to feel what feels like at first a scalpel in the center of your forehead as it plunges on through, and then suddenly, faster and faster, your world goes dark. Everything around you begins to fade, and you feel yourself falling until you feel the cool sensation of stone beneath your back. You wake up. You see standing over you a face that you've seen before. It's so long ago. Rise, Czar. You have so much potential. Do you recognize my voice?
Eldrun.
Is I Shasa?
Oh, you're talking about. You went way back. Oh, shit.
What
Yes.
is strength? Tsar, what is strength? Answer, your priestess.
Strength is not what you think it is.
You dare speak to a priestess of Sithaklor in this way?
I am not like you all. My strength comes from my wisdom.
Your strength comes from your heritage, your purity, your bloodline. Was it not he who brought us up to be like him, to give us the power to become strong? You lack the will to rule. Strength without dominance is weakness, and you will dominate the surface dwellers. Do you refuse this destiny? You all hear this, by the way. When this female voice is speaking, it's coming from Panda Dangi's mouth, and you hear Czar speaking from his mouth in the room currently. But you hear this snake-like womanly voice coming from Panda Dangi's throat.
Yes, I refuse.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. You pass. So, since you pass that, you find yourself suddenly falling again as you distance yourself, subconsciously maybe, from this individual, slipping, falling back through your memories again and again, forward through time.
You hear a river pooling near you as you find yourself on the soft grass. A human man lays wounded by the river not far away. He's barely breathing, wounded from a battle, his arm broken, his ribs cracked. You see him lying there, in worse condition than you. What do you do?
He rushes over and tries to patch up his wounds, trying to bandage him, things like that, with whatever is around.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check. It doesn't take much, and you're able to help bring him back from the brink as he looks at you, smiling and being like, "Ah, thank you for coming to my aid. What is your name?"
I was trying to. So technically, I think I changed the way I wrote this in the story like forever ago. I don't know if I cut this back in the day, so give me a second. I have my story up over here. I'm reading through my own backstory with you. That's too hard to read. I'm just gonna run it with it like this. Cesar, what is yours?
I am Aeson. I'm sorry.
And he starts to lift himself up.
Let's find some place to rest for the night. Someplace far away from here. It's not safe.
Your mind goes rushing through again. Some days pass. You and Aeson traveling along the road, making your way to wherever you can find maybe civilization or hope, you don't know. Start to find a companionship with him. That is until one night when you're sleeping and you feel the press of a knife against your throat. Aeson, as you turn your head and look up and he tilts your head towards him, you can see that he has a worried and panicked look on his face. But he whispers in your ear,
I'm sorry. But it's every man for himself out here.
and he draws the blade across your throat. Wetness pours from your throat as you begin to scream, lost in gurgles. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw. Currently, Cesar is screaming in the room at the top of his lungs.
Well, if he slit his throat, would it actually be like loud? Because I mean, like, wouldn't it be kind of hard?
That's the thing. Is it's screaming as loud as you can that morphs into
Right.
gurgles, basically.
I'm just giving.
You guys see
giving a shit.
the line of faint green trace through a scar on Cesar's throat, now his head thrown back, that you hadn't seen before, where scales and flesh had knitted themselves back together. Seems as if it was opening again into a glowing line from one side of the neck to the other, as gurgling empties from his mouth, and you see spit frothing from the side of his face. Panda is currently not even looking directly at Cesar. He's currently got his hand perched over his head, his eyes rolled back, as you hear the voice of Aeson uttering from his lips. Do any of you act while this is going on?
Alexander's locked in, paying attention, ready to assist whenever he can. So he's not really like paying attention too much to like how Czar's actually feeling.
Is his wound actually, like, bleeding?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. I think Aurelian is... I don't know, I think Aurelian's going to get up close. And he's just going to... He's going to put a hand on Cesar's shoulder not knowing if it's gonna do anything, but still gonna do it. I'm here.
Caliban is just gonna just watch from a distance.
I don't like that roll. Oh no, it's for you. Okay. I thought that was Dan. I was like, oh shit! I was like, what the hell's Dan rolling?
Well, I was thinking about rolling it behind, but
Through
or
this
behind the scenes,
experience from now on, Alexander, you are actually seeing what's going on, not just hearing voices.
Oh shit!
The rest of it. You're an invisible sensor.
This sucks. Fuck. Oh, the guy that's investigating him fucking knows everything now. That's what I'm saying. Okay, cool.
As Cesar's screams fade away and his eyes start to flicker, his eyelids start to shift, suddenly racing back and forth. The deep voice rumbling comes from Dange now as he sits there pronouncing, "You are not here for guidance. You are here for confirmation, Cesar. There are some who seek balance, and there are some simply waiting to see which way the scales tip. Which are you? Do you seek the balance, or are you simply waiting?" You see in your visage a black dragonborn of ebony skin, Alexander, if you're here.
He just stays silent.
Do not speak in the name of your own beliefs, Cesar. Is the balance not all that you seek, or is it something more?
Truth be told, I want to seek balance, but I don't know if the world has balance anymore.
Do you answer truthfully
Yes, that would be true.
to what you believe? Yeah, okay.
Correct.
All right. Another voice lends itself over your shoulder. Another dragonborn with spotted flesh who grips you and says, "You don't belong here. You know that, right?"
And neither do you.
I see you walking around, viewing this organization. You're here for power, aren't you? You don't truly believe in the balance. It's not what you want. You want domination.
To be honest with you, I don't know what I want. My people wanted me to want power, but there could be more.
More what?
Something else. The idea of balance. Do we really need to be cruel to everybody? Power, is that really what's important?
There are many forces in this world, those who do good and those who do evil, and those who care for neither. We are one such who cares for neither. How can we truly do good or evil when they're so busy fighting each other? No, we only care of law and chaos. We only care of right and wrong when it suits us. But if the world had none of these things, what a pure place it would be.
A woman's voice answers from Panda's lips.
You pretend that you don't care. But I don't believe that. There is good in you, just as there is justice.
He stays quiet. No response, but you can see a look of fear on his face.
I was once orphaned as a child. The circle took me in. The balance is what saved me. The balance is what restored my strength. The world needs the balance to operate. It needs our belief, our strength.
Why do you cling to this belief so desperately?
Because if I don't, then the world is nothing but cruelty. And I refuse to believe that.
At this point, she seems to embrace you.
I am here for you.
His reaction is kind of just, he doesn't know how to react. It's more of just like a stiff, like he doesn't want to feel anything, but you can see in his face and his eyes that there's something there.
I can see all this, right?
Yeah.
Do I see a resemblance of her to him?
A resemblance?
Yeah.
As in species, or...
Correct.
No.
Okay.
Suddenly, she's pulled out of your arms. You see her lying on her back, blood leaking from her. A great winged creature swirling above your head, laughing.
Stop pretending, Cesar. You are not meant to protect. You want power to rule. And look what the love of balance did to her.
You know nothing of what I am.
Oh, but I do. I've seen you hesitate. I have seen you struggle against yourself, and for what? You let her make you weak. Look at you, Czar. You think the strong can protect the weak, that the world has space for anything but conquest? You should be thanking me. I freed you from your delusions.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Bro.
I was gonna say, please don't let this be the one I fail. Please don't let that be the one I fail.
Unfortunate. So, you...
Oh, wait, is it not enough? Wait, is it not enough?
It's not enough currently, yes.
I burn inspo.
You gonna what? You gonna burn inspo?
Burn inspo.
Okay.
No, it's so close.
Oh. You begin to shake uncontrollably as you suddenly reach out and grab onto Dange's forearms as he's holding over you, and your head twists and cocks as your teeth begin to elongate and scales start to erupt across your body as your eyes become empty voids of red, and you reach out trying to strangle and claw at Dang's throat. I need you to take 12d6 psychic damage.
I will burn a psionic dice to reduce that if you said that was still possible.
Yep.
Because that is fucking wild.
That's fine.
So
12d6.
I don't know
What is all this shit?
So I rolled it, so we'll just use mine because
Yeah,
it's lower. Don't worry about it. But that is going to be lowered to 16. So you take 16 psychic damage.
Will you mark it so I don't lose my spot in the backstory?
Mark what?
Will you mark the 16 damage for me so I don't lose my spot on the sheet?
Gotcha.
That way, because I'm trying to follow along with what I've written, because I don't remember everything word for word, and there's a lot of like dialogue you're using.
Yeah, it's okay.
If I lose my spot, I'm fucked.
Okay, we can be fucked together.
Oh, you have no idea.
You feel tears burning down your face. Tears of red, tears of anger, and you see the form, Alexander, of the female leaning back up. I know how you feel about me. You've always been so closed off to the world, but I saw beyond that. And I love you too. And she falls limp in front of you as you're suddenly hurtled back to the small room with the books and the cauldron and your allies as Panda Dange lets you go and you slump to your knees, whole again.
Shit.
Now, to you, your emotions right now are pretty much as if you were in that moment because you just relived it. So you still remember everything that's happened so far, but your memory is now surged right back up to before the mist took you. So you're kind of in this complete scenario now, having known what brought you here, but it feels almost like a memory, this place and the companions you have with you, now that you feel the full force of the emotions that just hit you all those few days ago. So
Oh, God.
How is Dange looking?
Dange is alright. Cesar didn't actually lose control enough to like really hurt him. He was choking for a while there, and he was starting to kind of, you would have had to basically roll, but he's okay.
Very good.
Yep.
Your friend has weathered the storm. He has come out himself on the other side.
Ugh. You see, there's like small red lines on his neck where the claws seeped in from Cesar, but he kind of presses a hand to it, and then when he removes it, the damage seems to be gone.
Ooh.
How was
So-
Cesar looking?
Yeah, I was gonna say. So I'm feeling all of these emotions right now.
Aurelian doesn't say anything to you. He's taken his hand off.
Well,
of you.
listen. Let me, hold up. Let me explain what you're seeing first,
That's fine.
because this is probably going to alter the way that you react.
First of all, no one can see it except for me, right? They can only hear it.
No,
Or could they actually-
this is real life now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is back in the room.
Yeah.
So, Cesar has his hands like over his head. He's just like wide-eyed, staring at the ground, and you see the tears start to form in his eyes as you can see that he is visibly crying at this point. And you hear the light sobs as they slowly turn into laughter. And you see the tears are getting heavier, but he's laughing harder. And this smile cracks. He lets out a scream, going back into sobs and sadness. The tears never stop, but the emotions on his face are just constantly changing. He doesn't know what to feel. Everything feels just chaotic at this point. And that's all that's going. Like, he is just acting emotionally erratic right now.
I cast Crown of Madness. Just kidding.
So
to control you.
he's going through the motions right now. I'll be right back just a second, but you guys go ahead and do your reaction.
After seeing what I saw, the laughing scares me. Not gonna lie. Because it's not. Is it like is it manic for laughing, or like kind of scary,
It's
or is it more like peaceful?
no, it's like Joker-esque laughter, to explain
Okay.
it better.
Yep. Yep.
I was just about to say.
Scary. Very scared. I would say, can I have an insight to see if it's scary? But we're just gonna say that it's scary.
It's probably just scary.
Okay. I don't know where I am in the room, but I would probably try to get closer to Aurelian.
For the sake of all of this, because I wanted to give him that moment to talk about all of that, Aurelian's hand is still on his shoulder. And as you're going about all of that and your fits, being able to have Aurelian...
Oh, wait, you touched him?
I touched you during when you were actually in that state. I've
Oh,
had
listen,
my hand on you ever since you
this-
came out. Yep.
Okay. This
Changes everything.
Yep.
More things happen.
Yep.
So he comes out acting very emotionally erratic. The second he feels your hand touch him, his hand latches onto your arm,
Okay, fair enough.
and he's just gonna sit there and like hold you, and like you can feel his claws digging in slowly.
Aurelian's not going to say anything.
Give me a strength check there,
You're muted.
Cesar. Oh, I'm not. Oh, am I?
Still muted.
Sorry. Give me a
there-
strength check
there we
there,
go.
Cesar.
Do what?
Strength check.
Strength check. Just flat strength, alright.
Yep. Ooh,
Great! Super great!
it's alright. It's alright.
Huge.
You're not gripping as hard as you think you are, at least to Aurelian.
And
Yeah.
for what it's worth as well, you think you have a tight arm around Aurelian. One of Aurelian's rings is going to start to glow. And it looks just like if you could take a really thick piece of chain and coil it and have a blue pearlescent like gem where it normally sits on top. That ring starts to glow faintly, but it doesn't seem like Aurelian's doing anything with it. And he's just going to let you clasp onto his arm. Whether you dig into his arm or not, that's a different matter. But Aurelian is not going to flinch. Aurelian has been able to now, especially with his keen mind, he's now going to be able to relive everything that just happened in this room over a month of nights. So Aurelian is going to stay there, and however hard you decide to grip him, you might slightly tug his hand at the feeling of uncomfort, but other than that, he's going to stay there.
Cesar's head is going to turn towards you. A very wide, wicked smile. Let go.
Let me.
If I release your arm and you don't walk away, it will be your throat.
He is becoming
Right.
erratic. I will retrieve a potion. One moment.
He starts sifting through the mentionables on his shelf.
With your high perception, you see my sword slightly move up without moving any of my hands or anything. That's you, Cesar, sorry.
Yeah, I figured. It's alright. I figured you meant me. The whole 29 passive perception.
Yeah. I didn't want you after all.
Does anybody else do anything while this is going on?
No, I think Caliban is just taking it all in, kind of. Openly disturbed of the whole scene.
All right, as Pandit Dange comes over really quick, and he has a potion.
Open your mouth, my friend.
He's ignoring him.
Yeah.
He is solely focused on Aurelian. He is still waiting for you to answer him.
I did say, you just missed it.
Well,
You can try.
Friends, let's not do this here.
he lets go of your arm.
Okay. Then Aurelian
And-
can pull it away.
Do you step away from him, though?
I'll take a step back.
That being the case, he'll turn towards Panda and... What now? So you're trying to poison me?
Why would I do that? We both knew it wouldn't work.
Fair point.
Fucking got him.
Drink this and it will calm your nerves.
Calm? Why would I want to be calm?
Remember
I've
what
never
you
felt
told
more
me before
alive.
this, what you held on to. You told me it was balance. You need to set yourself back into balance.
You know as well as I do. You saw everything. You know that this is the real me.
That may be so. But it is a part of you can subside. Drink.
I don't think I will.
Panda's gonna look to each of you to see if you guys are gonna do anything about this.
I mean, if he doesn't want it, I think my nerves could be calmed right now.
I would love to say something, but I feel like there's nothing I can say to convince him whatsoever.
Yo, keep it feral. Keep it feral.
You never know. You saw everything. So based on you can, you might be
That's
able
true.
to.
Cesar, I know you're not gonna like this, but I was able to see a good majority of all that. I kind of feel, I don't feel what you're going through, obviously. I'm not gonna say that I know exactly what you're going through. But I felt the emotion. I felt the way you're feeling through your eyes, basically.
His head snaps towards you. So then you understand.
It might be in your best interest to drink the potion. Yeah, I don't know if it eases the pain now, forever, or for a short period of time. But it might be able to get you over the shock of having to see all of that all at once in the matter of minutes, when that probably lasted years of your life, or maybe even months.
Oh, it was definitely years. Years of torture. The world showing me its true colors, how cruel it can be.
Remember what you have done here. Remember that what you felt is what brought you here.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a level of balance that I believe in. But that ideal has shifted, let's say.
Because of what you've seen? Or remembered, I guess?
One could say that, yes. By the way, this whole time that he's still talking to you guys, there's still tears. They're not he's not crying, but there's still moments where there's a tear dropping. You can tell that the moment with the woman you saw, it shattered him.
Sure.
With you seeing it, you can tell that was the moment, the defining moment.
Okay, well, knowing that, Alexander's just gonna open his mouth. For the best. I don't know what she meant to you. And I'm not gonna try to make it better. But us humans typically drink our problems away. If you want to be more human, I would drink the potion. It might make everything go away. Speaking from experience.
You know, looking back, now being able to relive the moments, I've realized you heard it. She loved me. And I could never say it back. I never allowed myself to feel those feelings. Do you know what it's like to watch someone you love die? And to have never have told them how you felt? The only person who ever actually had true intentions. Everyone else, a stab in the back, a betrayal here, a betrayal there. It's often you that act the most righteous, tend to have the darkest shadows, but she was different.
Can't change the past. I know it's a hard truth to hear. But anything that you do going forward could have a purpose. It could be for good, for bad. It could be for her. I don't think she'd want you to be chaotic and erotic.
Well, one day I guess we'll find out. Because I will bring her back. I don't care what it takes, what it costs. I will.
And I don't think drinking the potion now will change that. Because I think your mentality of that understanding of this is gonna happen, I don't think any magic or anything will ever change that. I just think right now you're in shock, and you can feel however you want. But Ponda, I think, knows this process more than any of us, and the potion might be wise to take to compartmentalize everything that you've gone through and relived the years of memory that you just gained back.
What do the rest of you? What do you think? You want me to take this? Are you going to stop me if I try to walk out of here without it?
No, but it doesn't seem. You seem to only gain from drinking it.
Silence falls on the rest of the room as Panda starts to move a little bit towards the exit. You can wait in this room until you calm down, or you can take this potion, but I can't let you out there until you have. You must regain control. You are very powerful and dangerous, Czar. I know it. You know it.
See, finally somebody talks some sense. I have a good understanding of what my compatriots are capable of. You, though, I don't. And that's a risk I don't want to take. So for now, I will play your game and I will drink the potion. But know this, if it causes me any harm, well, it won't be good, let's just say that.
It'll spare you from harming yourself and others.
Quickly fork the potion over before I change my mind.
You see, he doesn't willingly approach. Instead, he telekinetically moves the potion through the air towards you, very deliberately holding his ground in front of the doorway and not approaching you.
He'll take it out of the air. Does it have a cork in it right now?
Yeah, there's a small stopper, like glass stopper in it. But
Yeah. He'll pop the stopper and he'll just be like, well, down the hatch, I guess. As he slams it.
Slams it into the ground. Transforms into a dragon. Everyone fucking kill him.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw. And I know you're good at these, so it's like, but we'll see if this works.
Just pass it and just fuck everything up. It's not great.
Perfect. Okay, so the effect of the calm emotion spell barely works on you. Like, there's a good chance you were gonna save out of that.
Yeah.
But you just failed it by 1 point. So,
Jesus Christ.
Your aggressiveness,
the 5% chance.
your emotions, everything starts to fall and lower and become quiet inside you again, and your head begins to clear. Doesn't change who you are or how you feel now, but you become indifferent rather than unstable at the moment to everything around you. So what does that look like when it seems to be affecting you? To the rest of the group.
For starters, the tears, have stopped at this point. The smile, the slight laughterish kind of look has really toned back to kind of how he was before, very like stoic almost. The shoulders kind of relax a bit. Before he was very like animated and everything. And he just kind of looks at him and he goes, well, that was quick.
A potent potion.
And you see he just kind of like takes a seat now, breathing a little bit, that the room has gotten back to a little bit normal tension. I do still have the energy to do another, if we seek to recall some of your memories. I have not taxed my powers just yet.
Oh, please, someone else go make this amazing.
Yeah. After that spectacle, I'm not quite as enthusiastic as I was before.
Now, we don't have to do everybody this session, because it can be quite a time-consuming thing.
I don't want to.
Yeah, if you guys would rather progress forward and then always come back to him whenever somebody wants to step up.
I am not opposed to doing another one.
Yeah.
However, with that being the case as well, Aurelian he's good.
Mm-hmm.
He occasionally is checking down at his arm, where Cesar has now burrowed holes in his arm from those claws. And Aurelian, I think he finally starts to break down that feeling of almost overwhelming hatred that he has had for the amount of pushback that Cesar has given him upon first meeting him. The idea that he feels like it's just a foreign concept to him, but it's the situation now that he's been able to witness firsthand. Obviously he wasn't there, what this man has gone through. He's definitely the quietest that you guys have probably all seen him. And every time that he closes his eyes, there is what looks like a red and yellow flash underneath his eyelids that bring back some semblance of what he just witnessed. But it looks like it is all blood. And his vision is very hazy. And it's every time that he closes his eyes right now, that's what seems to be going on behind them. And I think in general, Aurelian has been able to see a couple people interact with him in this party. He has seen Alexander. He has seen Caliban. He has helped out Caliban several times. He has also been aided by multiple people in this party many times. But the one person that he knows the littlest about, as of the moment, is Rael. And his eyes are going to kind of slowly start to shift over in your direction.
So I think with that, we'll do quick stars and wishes, and then we can hop back into resolving the session. But because we're already stretching out the time a little bit, and I think now's a really good interjection point between whether or not we want to do another person's memories or if we want to just progress with the story. So let me go ahead and pull that up really quick. Session notes. All right, so I like to go top to bottom over here in the chat log. Starting, of course, with Alexander Thol over here. Yep, you know it. Why don't you go ahead and tell me a star and a wish so far with this session?
I think star for me is I don't know if it's just because I haven't been in a session for a hot minute, but the shift in Cesar's demeanor and voice was kind of like in IRL fucking scary. So that was kind of cool. I liked that. I liked how he put me on my toes for sure. As far as a wish, more of it. More Cesar manic bullshit that I can maybe calm down. Maybe. Probably not.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll give you something that you can control, because obviously you can't control it.
It's just messaging me behind the scenes. Get crazier!
Dude, get crazier, bro. Maybe more of, Mr. Panda Boy.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see him more often, but it'd be nice. It doesn't have to be next session. It can be, prolonged, but I like him, and I think he's a good ally, and I would like to see him more often.
All right. Going over to Aurelian. Star and a wish from you.
I mean, I'm gonna be an idiot if I don't give one to Czar. I'm struggling how to put it into words. I don't know how to put it into words. That whole interaction was pretty crazy and has me terrified of what comes in the future for other people. Definitely got my heart beating very quickly. I want to give one for Alexander being back.
Of course. Wouldn't be
the idea of watching the fact that you stepped up and you took that whole scenario in stride and actually were the main person to talk him, like try to talk some sense into him afterwards was a really cool, that was a really cool just one-on-one interaction between you two that honestly I haven't gotten to see very much of.
I was nervous, not gonna lie.
I didn't know what I would have said to him, so I just had to be quiet.
Any
wish?
Yeah, any wishes?
Not yet. Come back to me.
No problem. You and I have already kind of talked about that this week anyway, so...
Yeah.
What?
Just wish stuff relating to his character.
Man, I can't even see Dan's eyes. The screen's so wide.
Yeah, the freaking screen brightness right now, man. Like, it's like, I need to type up here.
I know.
Unfortunately, the glare, man.
It's just
okay.
funny.
Going over to Caliban.
My stars is kind of just piggybacking off of what Patrick said. I liked seeing Dalton, how Alexander kind of took charge in that moment. I also liked seeing more SAR RP. That was cool. I mean, I knew he was kind of a little crazy before, but I didn't realize how deep it went. As for wishes, I really don't have any. I think this was awesome. I thought it was. Oops, you did a great job. Everyone did great.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything like you want upcoming for Caliban, or ideas about him, or things you want to experience, or you'd like him to experience?
Not particularly. I just like going through, and if something happens, it happens.
I still got a lot of your guys' backlog. I still got the puzzle that I need for Alexander to run into, which I have set in the world. I've got stuff like that going on. But again, we were focusing on the main story and progressing it this time, so we did get to get through some of that. But trust me, I've got all of you guys saved from prior sessions. If we don't get to something next session, know I've got it in the pipeline and it's kind of coming, right? We'll get to it. So if you think of anything for Caliban that you want to have happen or explore, let me know.
Yes, sir, of course.
Okay. Next is Rail. Star and wish for you, sir.
My star is also with this whole interaction. I like that we got to see a little more on Zar's half. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed seeing the what is it? Kind of like the psychic abilities between Alexander and Ponda, and then him also providing assistance during this. And then yeah, the whole RP for afterwards, between Zar and Aurelian and Zar and Alexander. I thought that was really well done. As for wishes, I don't really have anything. Like I enjoy each and every session.
That's good. Good to hear. I know RP can sometimes make it so it feels like not much is happening, but usually it's a lot of character development we get to do, right? Instead of combat or like loot and stuff. So I felt like we got a lot of character breakthroughs. And of course, last but certainly not least, Cesar. How did this session? I know you kind of got put on the spotlight this session by the crew because they wanted you to go through it first. So, what's your star and wish this time?
Yeah, I mean, overall star. I mean, I gotta give it to Dalty here because he played really well into it. I do have a couple questions. Did he see like more than what you explained, or did he just really see the parts you explained?
More than what you explained. I tried to keep explanations to visuals a little bit restrained for the sake of time in this, and I don't want to go describing every little facet of every little thing, particularly because there's interpretations visually between what I would describe it as and what you imagined it as when you wrote your story. So I tried to keep it a little bit vague. Exactly. I just want to keep it vague so we all can kind of picture a majority. But no, for whatever you want to explain to him in the future, out of character, right? Visually, from the details of how you saw it, and in your story, he saw all of that, all of it. So, yeah.
But only after the first scenario, right?
That's fine. If you ever want more in-depth knowledge.
Yeah, he didn't experience like everything, like your whole life for a whole year or anything real time. Yeah. But he saw the snippets from the points of where I jumped around in it, right? Yeah. Right.
Like with the guy and the girl at the end, like when he saw the fight.
Yep.
So you would have seen the fight between being okay. Yeah, that's an important detail, by the way. That does matter. So I gotta tell you. There's a fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We kind of had to gloss over it a little bit, but yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely important detail that I gotta tell you about. So
sure. Yeah, anytime.
But yes. So star for that, just because it was fucking great. And then I gotta give a star to Pat too, just because even though he didn't say a ton to my character, the above table and things that he did say and kind of say he was doing and whatnot, they definitely had an impact on what was going on that I really appreciated.
All
right. I don't have any wishes.
No wishes. I know yours for a long time was get my memories back, so there we go.
Yeah,
boom. Fucking boom.
You've activated the trap card.
Just trap card.
Okay, well.
Or like continuous spell or like a field spell.
I take it we want to progress things then rather than do another person? Is that what I'm feeling from the audience here?
As I say, I'm fine either way. If someone else wants to go, I'm more than happy to sit through go through if someone's like, yeah, I want my memories. Otherwise, yeah.
I would love for someone else to go through it, but you know, if the character is willing, obviously.
I think it's just down to Rael if he wants to do it or not.
What you say, Taylor?
I'm open to either way, whichever you guys prefer.
What would your character want? What would your character want? Would your character want?
Is your character like yearning, like they really fucking want their memories back?
Yeah.
Or is it like
think of on a scale of like 1 to 10 with your character, like where does your character sit? Is your character on the lower half or the higher half of that table?
Is he a bottom or top?
Does he want to actually gain? Does he
in honor of pride, is he a bottom or top?
You actually had that interaction with the other NPC who apparently has a similar last name to this guy. And you were able to get some stuff in that situation. So based on that, do you want to be able to have a little more solid of an insight, or do you want to be able to do something else and we can come back to this with a fresh perspective?
Or Or
Do you want to have sex?
do you, do you want to leave it up to chance and have the DM roll a dice and
Roll
you
the dice.
you guess if it's high or low?
There you go.
That's what I usually do if I really can't decide on what I want to do.
Feels like,
know
why
what?
did you give me that?
I'm down for the dice roll.
Jeez, here we go.
All
He's a
right.
gambling man.
All right. We're gonna roll it. Low. We say then we go through the memory.
Let
stuff.
Taylor choose the odds.
Oh, fine. Okay, fine.
I mean, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay.
There we go.
It doesn't matter what side of the coin it is. It's just a 50-50 anyway. So I'm just saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
But low, we'll say we go through it. High, we come back to it later, right? We continue.
We come back to it, but he's the first person that we do when we come back.
So over 50 or under 50, there. That's gonna be high or low.
Over.
Yep. So we'll come back to it later.
Come back to it later, and he is the first person that we do. No questions asked.
Gotcha.
Just throwing Taylor under the bus.
As Panda
Look,
is,
he's been quiet this whole time. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
as Panda is, offering this to you, everybody seems pretty drained right now after the experience they just had, realizing just how taxing, when he said the experience was going to be taxing, it was. You don't feel so drained, Alexander, from it because you kind of got in just enough time to when things were going to go really bad and you were able to shield his mind from the full effects. Had you been unable to do so or unable to perceive what was going on and help shield his mind, there's a good chance maybe he would have transformed or something here in the middle of shop, and that would have been really nasty. So, currently, yeah, if he because he was kind of lost in the sauce. Right now, as you guys are all kind of sitting around, you do hear footsteps coming down the hallway as Panda kind of perks up, looking around expectantly, and you guys do see Korla starting to walk down the hallway, adjusting his sleeves and stuff like that. And he seems to be pocketing a blade at his hip as he walks into the open room and surveys you all. Let me pull this up.
Wait, is it Panda or Panda? You keep saying Panda, but earlier you said Panda.
Sorry, and I got the spelling wrong too. It's Pandit. Pandit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pandit.
Bandit.
All right, Panda.
Panda.
Erase all my fucking notes.
Good thing you guys took some.
Wow.
Meow.
Did you say meow?
What? No.
Are you a furry? Sheesh.
Well, I guess
License
it's
and
good
registration
for
now.
I guess it's a good thing that we actually tend to have a furry amongst our party right now. So
Abso-fucking-lutely.
there we go. Now we can solve that whole thing.
Korla, it is good you have returned. Is everything going all right?
And Korla just kind of looks at the group of you and sees everyone kind of looking exhausted. He's like, Pandit, did you do something to one of them?
I simply helped them regain their memories, or at least one of them.
Korla's like, oh, I see. I'm sorry, I should have warned you about the experience before Panda made the offer, but which one of you went through his trial?
That fell onto me.
Ah. Well, must be like seeing me with new eyes for you then, since we just talked yesterday, but you must have been through a lot recently.
you have no idea.
Are you still the same person I talked to yesterday?
I guess that depends on what you mean by that.
He's got insight, you. One sec.
Get inside.
Very good.
I get the feeling I'm speaking to somebody different than who I spoke to before. Are you still interested in helping us?
I'll let them answer that.
No, I actually really want to know if you're interested or not.
Well, we're already here. We may as well, right?
I mean, it was your objective that you wanted to do was to go through with this before you had your memory
I
shift
just wanted
thingy.
my memories back.
I mean, I don't think that's what you specifically said to us when you were talking about what the next steps were.
No, there was a conversation before about it.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Never mind. I didn't say any of that. Retcon.
By the way, I am Corla Dange, and this is my companion, the Githzerai Pandit Dange. We've both resided over the Wall of Wonders for about a decade, but our leader, who you have talked about before, Jagdish, is currently captured within the Bakat jail cell. After speaking a little bit with a mutual friend of ours who directed you towards me, I understand a little bit more about where you came from and what you're looking for. Understand that the knives resist the Believer cult, as well as the Maharaja. We do not stand for some of the practices that they have done or condone anything that they do here within the city, and we openly will resist their attempts at maintaining control or power. None more particularly than our Lord Ramanand.
Like the gods above.
I see that none of you flinch at his name, so I take it you're not afraid of what he is. If you know what he is.
We've caught a glimpse. Some of us are skilled at seeing past. Shall we call them barriers?
Means you told me you were all quite powerful and capable. But tell me, what is it you seek in Bakat for truth? Is it simply to save yourselves? To escape the city? What keeps you from leaving?
For one, we don't know how. For two, I wish to know more of this place. And if it is to our benefit to dispatch these higher-ups, I am not against doing so.
Well, it would be a benefit for all if we could dispose of the Maharaja and his agents of power he's planted everywhere. But understand, we're on the losing side. He has an infinite army and is vastly powerful. And we are but the few who subside in each of Sri Raji's major cities. But the few can have power when they band together.
It's about to correct you and say we might be on the losing side for now.
My people stop at nothing less than to overthrow the Maharaja. Is that something that interests you?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. It gives me a good way to test out my strength.
But yeah,
I know that each of you are in the dark to yourselves, since you have not yet gone through Pandit's treatment. But I would like to know if you all are at optimum fighting strength, even without his help. Or do you think you need your memories to be strong?
Pointed my target. That is all I'll say.
I think I'm capable without my memories. I was the one out of all of these people here gathered here that said that memories still aren't going to help as much as we think.
Safe to say, should we assist you in getting this person back for you? We can say that you owe one of my other comrades a favor.
Should you save Jagdish Viswam, the knives would be indebted to you. And we are far-reaching across all the cities, save Bahru. But Jagdish had his own plan, and a reason for raiding the Lord Ramanan's house. It was a setup, a trap. Something he believed we needed to make a decisive hit against the Maharaja and the sisters. Something inside of Ramanan's house. Only when he got there and he insisted on going alone, he was captured. That was 2 days ago. He's due for execution. We will need to try to free him by tomorrow night. Lord Ramanan does not wait more than 4 days after having a victim before he feeds.
I believe myself and my compatriots could be of assistance to you then.
I am not the master of the knives. I am not the one who helped found our order 22 years ago. But I do have means of strategy, reconnaissance, and loyal agents who work within our walls. And friends like Pandit, who could look after the shop while we're gone. We need to come up with a plan to get him out. And I need your help to do it. There are many ways of trying to rescue him, but all of them dangerous. We face the unlimited might of the Sisters of the Maharaja and Ramanan's own cunning, and I can't promise that he won't find out what our plans are and set a trap.
Do you by chance have a cartographer amongst your midst? Somebody who is skilled at the creation of maps, somebody who might have been able to explore this area and get us any advanced footing.
Let me check on that really quick.
puts his fingers up to his temples and starts taking mental notes.
Jesu Domine.
Cesar's already coming up with a backup plan if shit doesn't go right, and let me tell you right now, you're gonna love the backup plan.
I think I'm gonna hate the backup plan.
Yeah, something tells me this backup plan sounds iffy.
Secretly, we didn't realize the entire time that Czar is literally a suicide bomber. He's literally got a pack of like 16 to 32 C4 bombs strapped to his chest right now, ready to go off.
Would I do that when I could just fly as a dragon and just drop the shit?
Unfortunately,
now I'm just
because blowing yourself up is so much more fun.
True.
We
Just
do
nuke
not
cities, man.
have a cartographer nor anyone who can make maps. The area of Bakat's jails, that fortress, is well guarded and protected by magic. It does not allow us to identify its inner rooms or hallways.
What information can you give us? What might be inside, if you have ever been there?
Only that we have at least until tomorrow night to strike and try to save Jagadish. Usually by the 4th day after sitting in the jails, Ramanand will attempt to feed on those that he wishes to execute. And if it is a public execution, it will be held within the jail. We know that the sisters go in and out of the jail, and all ways of looking inside of the jail are obscured by magic. It appears that a thick cloud or mist blocks vision inside every doorway. By going and exploring the place, we'll be traveling blind within the halls of the fortress. We know we have a few options. The first is the most unwise: attacking the building outright, getting as many knives as we can together, and charging through the front door into the place. Obviously, this is not how we operate, and it is not the best plan, but it is our last resort, should all other plans fail, to save Jagadish. The second plan that we've talked about, he looks over at Pandit. Disguise. We could opt to make convincing disguises for those we send in. Those who would have some official position to deal with getting in and out of the jails. Perhaps even disguising one as Lord Ramanand himself, if somebody is particularly adept at such magic.
We have one here who is rather capable of using shadows, helping us cling to dark spots. Rail. He specializes in such a thing. He is damn good at it.
Well, which brings us to plan 3. Burglary. Finding a way to scale the walls of the fortress and sneak in from the outside rather than go through the direct entrance. I like this plan better.
Do we have a combination of both? Some people on the inside, some people on the outside.
We have nobody who can get in who has ever stayed alive.
What about the distraction?
Distraction
I agree with Zara.
was one of the plans we had discussed as well. It would have to
Myself
be
and
some...
Cesar could lead a forefront attack. Make a, let's say Cesar has had a bit of a strenuous day. Allow him to, how shall we say, unleash some of his frustrations.
Yes, let's just say my capabilities allow me to transform into things that the likes of you probably have not seen much of. I'm assuming the calm emotions are starting to wear off by now.
It lasts for an hour, so no.
Oh, it's only an hour, okay. Or it's an hour, not 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes, okay.
But
I am rather skilled in the ways of martial combat. Some of the likes of which even my compatriots have not seen yet.
Well, a distraction is in itself a good plan. It would mean setting off the rest of the establishment on high alert while we have to act fast. We would have minutes to try and find Jagadish before they search his quarters and move him elsewhere.
I think I could buy us more than just a few minutes.
really, do you think I should be accompanying you and Cesar? Not sure if my abilities are good for infiltration.
It is your call to make, my friend. I do not wish to put your life in jeopardy if it is not something that you do not wish. Being sneaky is definitely a way that one might be able to stay alive, should you value your life more.
Sure, I mean,
Risk yourselves for us.
I just want to make sure my my abilities are used in the most efficient way possible. But I mean, I am adept to be able to sneak if necessary.
We are also hoping for potent spellcasters, mayhaps those who could teleport a crew, a small band inside, or maybe cause some sort of disturbance or illusion.
Oh, aren't you the lucky one? I believe we have somebody who is, capable of some distractions. Sitting over there with a flute. Isn't that right, Caliban?
I certainly take up a lot of attention around here.
I don't know much of his spell capabilities other than what I have seen firsthand, but his skills have been very much appreciated in our hardships as of late.
I also do have the means to transport people, but it's more through the use of the wildlife. So unless there's trees growing in this jail, I won't be much use on that regard.
We don't know the layout, so I can't speak to that effect. But by my count, from watching the comings and goings, there are at least a dozen sisters who patrol the place, and any one of them can defeat an army of regular men.
Speaking of these sisters, we've run into a couple, but what can you tell us about them? What are their skill sets? If you've ever faced them before, what are they capable of?
He looks over at Pandit. The sisters are warlocks, tied directly to the Maharaja's power. Every single one of them is a piece of his soul, given form. They are linked to him always. They can teleport to him from across the great expanse of the island in but a second, and relay to him all that they know. They have the ability to shift and change the very realities into illusions at will. The land itself could be a jungle floor and suddenly turn into a sink pit beneath your feet, and you will fall.
Or they can completely wrap your mind in shadows and transport you to a place you've never seen before, filled with nightmares. They are vast and innumerable, and where there is one, there is an unlimited amount back in Bahru, ready to teleport in here. To fight a sister is to invoke the entire army of them within minutes. The only hope then is to escape. It is an unwinnable fight, but there is one we managed to snag who left their order, Katerina. She is no longer a warlock of Arjani. She's an ex-sister of the Maharaja. But she left recently for Tavashti. She cannot help us in this endeavor.
What was her name?
Katerina. Katarina.
An option for the burglar idea. I don't know about any of your knives personnel, but myself and Rael here are extremely mobile. I think both of us can get in and out of situations extremely quickly. So if there's a way that we can maybe somehow hold on to Jagadesh and quickly get out, it might be the best.
I'm afraid the knives that you see here are all we have left. We are less than a dozen strong, and we will soon be forced to vacate the city. Once we save Jagadish, we will have to pull our forces out and retreat to Devashti.
Question above table. Weren't these people also the ones that were rumored to transform into were-tigers?
I mean, rumored, yes. Confirmed with Rael, yes. So, you can tell from just looking at these guys, they have different animal-like eyes of yellow or green quality, irises that have bestial-like appearance to them, and they seem to exude longer bits of hair and extra tufts of hair everywhere around them. The nails on their hands are naturally longer and sharper, more like claws.
Let me ask you one thing. Is this jail... does it have a roof? Like, is it an outdoor structure? Is there any sorts of, like, I know you don't know the layout within, but...
From what we can tell from at least scaling the walls, it is a rectangular structure with an inner courtyard. Very open air for the most part.
If we can get him to the courtyard, I might have a very interesting plan to get him out.
I suspect he's being held up either within the facility or in one of the courtyard's oubliettes. We'll have a short amount of time to discover where he is at, but if we fail and set the sisters on alert, well, let's just say before Jagadish got himself captured, we had 3 other hiding spots, 3 other shops within the city. All of those were wiped out by the sisters within the last month. They've become increasingly aggressive towards us, and they know how much Jagadish means to the initiative of the Knives. Holding our Grandmaster threatens our whole order going under. If he dies, many of the other Knife members in Devashti or Moladi or
will cease to be part of the organization.
Well, instead of talking like that, let's make sure that he is not killed then.
As we all hope.
We'll make it happen.
But with that, we're gonna call it there for the session. I see the yawns. Much of this is going to be brainstorming in character, or however you want out of character. You could do and use the chat for the new adventure section if you want to. I don't know if I need to make a separate chat, but basically you guys can come up with a plan as detailed as you want. You gotten some information now, but if you want to do a distraction or utilize certain skills or abilities your characters have, scaling the walls, flying over, blowing something up, whatever you think, majority of what the book hinges on here is this is the big kind of climax. After you guys do this mission and you try to get in there and save Jagadish, you guys will level up after that mission, and that'll be the first part here in Bakat. So the big thing here for this part of the story is how do you guys assault this place? If you guys go in there, and how do you take it down? How do you deal with the sisters and avoid, dealing with an infinite army of sisters coming down your throats, right? So there's a lot of ways this can go. So I encourage you guys to think very carefully about what exactly the plan is to getting him out, because you'll have to get in and find him quick and then get back out again, right? With very little information to go on. So
what above table real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As a medium dragon, can I carry and or have people ride me?
Not unless they're small. They have to be small. So yeah.
I can still carry someone, but it would half my speed, right?
I mean, somebody could cast shrink on me, and I mean, I could be a little mini me.
That was my whole mobile thing. I was hoping Calvin would be like, yeah, I could shrink somebody.
Yeah.
Or someone could enlarge me to make me a big dragon.
That's true. If someone enlarged you, that would make it. But yes, you would be subjected to the encumbrance and half-speed rules. And as far as taking flight, you would at least need to be able to carry their weight without being encumbered for you to do so. But yeah. You'd have to have a good enough strength score.
This is really weird for me to consider the fact that I'm actually going to be in a combat with just Cesar. But I'm really considering it at this point. I know you did, but even so, I also think that out of everybody, you are probably more equipped for stealth than I am.
That's true.
I'm
one level rogue, so.
At stealth.
Listen, Cesar's got a lot of things he can do to distract. I mean, first off, he looks like an Offslander. Number one. Yeah. Number two, I can be a fucking dragon. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Twice.
We have good distractive tools under my belt.
Yep.
But we have, I guess, our next session would be scheduled for the 5th of July, which I know is after the 4th of July. So hopefully you guys are cool with that weekend.
I'm fine with it.
I'm good with it.
I'm taking...
We'll be out of town.
Oh, you'll be out of town?
What? But it's the same thing as we did last time. I'll have to be on my phone because their computers are dog shit and I don't have a computer that I can take. So
we can always...
as long as everyone's okay with that, I will be there.
Awesome.
Totally cool.
But at that point,
I hated it, but I'll be there.
We'll decide if you guys want to. You guys still have until the following night after this day. So if you guys have anything you have to take care of this day in preparation, you still have basically 2 whole days to do stuff before you guys get really make a move. So plan it out, talk amongst yourselves, come up with your crazy shenanigans of how you're going to get into the place and get back out again, and we'll move on to the assault or whatever you guys want to take care of up until that point. But yeah.
Nope.
Good session, guys. Hope everybody had fun.
Good session.
Yeah.